for me. Good to see you. How are you doing? We'll get started and then we'll talk about you guys. Does that sound like a plan? Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. Today is an exciting day. Where you're standing is in the Innovation Checkpoint here at the Harry Reid International Airport. And this is a place that we have partnered with different industries, different companies, also with the Clark County Department of Aviation, TSA, and our federal security offices to advance and promote new technologies for screening at our security checkpoints at airports across the country and across the world, but also to make sure that we're practicing new training techniques and new ways that we can keep people safe while they travel around the world. We're excited about this area, and I'm excited to a little bit later take an extended tour of the new technologies that are being deployed, but also I wanted to come and be with all of you today to talk about the fact that we as the Department of Homeland Security are going to be investing over $1 billion in new technology and new advancements in the security systems at security checkpoints in airports across the country. That is the biggest investment that we've seen in screening technologies in years, in over a decade, and we know that it is our responsibility not just to keep travelers safe, but also to make sure that we're getting them to their locations and to their destinations safely, on time, and efficiently, and also in a manner that can be pleasant and can be an enjoyable experience for them and for their families. I know we just all went through a long shutdown from the federal government, 43 days. It was the longest government shutdown that we've seen in the history of this country, and it was devastating for so many people. We were amazed by the ability of our security checkpoints and our transportation security officers to still continue to show up and do their jobs and do it with excellence, but they also did it without pay. In fact, the people that you see standing behind me, while they would not tell their story themselves, I'm going to tell you their stories today. Many of them struggled through that government shutdown. Many of them, while the politicians were in D.C. posturing and trying to win political points to advantage themselves, these individuals were still showing up for work every day. They were doing it while they didn't have a paycheck. They couldn't pay their bills. They couldn't put food on the table for their families, but they also did it with a smile on their face. I'm so proud of all of these folks that are standing behind me. There are only a handful of many across the country that we can point to as examples, and I want to take the opportunity to do that today, to tell their stories about what they did that can bring so much light and hope to people across the country as to what we want to make sure that we're facilitating into the future as far as hospitality and as part of being an American, serving other people and doing so with grace and with a joy, recognizing that their work has purpose. Today I'm announcing that I'm going to be giving the individuals behind me and many other TSOs across the country bonus checks for doing their job with excellence. This means that they not only showed up and filled their shifts while the government shutdown was ongoing, many of them took on extra shifts and covered responsibilities for individuals who didn't come to work. They also went above and beyond to serve other people in their community or to help their fellow employees get through a difficult time. Many of them helped share expenses with other people that were struggling, and then went above and beyond to support individuals who maybe had other burdens and crises at home during that government shutdown with no paychecks coming into their bank accounts. 4 individuals I want to highlight for you today before we hand out checks to everybody behind me. One of them is Angela. Angela Stevens is a transportation security supervisor. Where is Angela at? There you are. Come on up here beside me. I want to talk about Angela because while she has been, how long have you worked at TSA?
8 years.
8 years. Angela was someone who showed up every single day for her work, was willing to put in extra time, but also during the government shutdown, her vehicle broke down, and I'm sure that impaired your ability to get to work.
Most definitely.
Most definitely. Do you want to share anything with anybody today about your experience?
Sure. I did a lot of Ubering into work during the shutdown until I was able to get my vehicle repaired.
Yeah. So while her vehicle was broke down, she still continued to show up. Actually, extra expenses were incurred to do that, and continued to make sure that the security of people across this country was a priority for her, recognizing the importance of her job. So thank you for that. I will wait to give you your check when we go through the line, but thank you, Angela. Also with us, we have Michael Armstrong. Hi, Michael. How are you? Come on up here. Michael's a sole provider at home, and I know that he has an important story to tell about a struggle that he and his family dealt with during the shutdown. Do you want to share a little bit about what it was like to go without a paycheck and maybe how your father struggled?
Sure, yeah. My father is going through some medical issues right now that they're not even really sure how to fully help him at the moment. He had to go out to Macomb and get special treatment out there because they have a specialized branch out there that is going over his treatments. So yeah, it's been an interesting moment to deal with that, but also help out and make sure that everybody is here is safe and well protected, and they know that we're taking care of them.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you for doing that. And I think Michael's story and his testimony is a little bit recognizing the human side of what happens when people don't get paychecks, that their family situations don't change. They still have things at home that need to be dealt with and people that need to be cared for. And
Definitely.
We appreciate you going above and beyond to still continue to show up and do your job even while your father has been ill. We'll pray for him and keep him in our prayers.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate that. We also have Monica with us, and I know Monica Degro. Yes, come on up, Monica. Monica, tell us a little bit about the last month or so without a paycheck and anything that you wish we could learn from.
Well, in the last month in the paycheck, the struggle I had was attending school. I was able to get into my externship, so now I'm at a clinic, and I'm doing that while working. So it's definitely getting uphill,
Yes.
It's going through.
Thank you. And Monica, I think that you share expenses with your mother.
Yes,
And
I
so
do.
when you don't get your paycheck, obviously covering her expenses and the responsibilities for that is a struggle as well. And taking classes and
Yes.
that financial commitment as well while you do your job. Thank you so much for serving
Thank you.
us so well. We appreciate it. All right, I'll give you an envelope in a little bit. And the last one I want to highlight today is James. James is with us somewhere. Come on up, James. James, tell us a little bit about yourself and your family, and then I want to point out something special about your situation.
I've been with TSA for 4 years. I was a business owner before this for 15 years, and just decided to make a switch, and it's been a different challenge. Going through the shutdown, this was the first one I had to go through, and it was rough. It was I went through my savings account and racked up some expenses.
One of the things that, James, I learned about you is that you're a lead transportation security officer.
Mm-hmm.
James is also, I believe, the sole provider in your home. Is that, or your wife works? Your
yes.
wife works, but you had to rely on her paycheck.
Yes.
And then paying the bills was difficult, had to defer some car payments, exhausted your savings. But the one
Yes.
thing that James did is when he given the opportunity to go to the food pantry and get some resources to help take care of his family, he chose not to do that.
Yes.
Instead, he chose to leave those resources there for other people that he felt might be in more need than him, and make sure he did that and figured out a different way to care for his family.
Yes,
And
that's correct.
constant, even though at the time of trying to make ends meet at home, he was thinking about other people. And I appreciate your sacrifice, and I also appreciate your service to
Thank you.
keeping people safe while they travel.
Thank you.
So thank you,
very
James.
much.
I appreciate
it.
that.
Thank you.
You know, Booker T. Washington had a quote and said something at one time that I think exemplifies what it means to serve people and what it means to step up in a time like we just saw during this last government shutdown and continue to do your job and to take care of other people. What he said is, those who are the happiest are those who do the most for other people. And I would say that from everybody that I've visited with that works within TSA and these TSOs, as I've traveled across the country and recognized them for their service and given them bonus checks that they can help meet their families' needs, that they are happy. And they're happy because they recognize the mission for which they serve, that they committed to an agency and to a department which recognizes the importance of safety and security and the threat that we face constantly on the national stage from people who would wish to do us harm, that when they show up and do their job, they're facilitating people getting back and forth and doing their jobs and reaching their destinations in a way that they can enjoy it and that they know their security is top of mind. So I want to thank you all for your service. Thank you for continuing to be examples that we can point to our kids and our grandkids of who they would like to grow up to be and the kind of people that they would be, and recognizing the important work that you do. So with that, let's hand out some checks, should we? Now, I will say, this is a document that verifies that it will be direct deposited into your accounts, okay? All right, so I will call your names. Mikola? Did I say it correctly? There you go, sir. Kevin? Thank you, Kevin. Ethan? Joseph? Excited? Very good. Good. Michael? There you go. Thank you. Thank you for being willing to come up and let me put you on the spot. No worries. Thank you. Yeah. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Greg? Thank you, Greg. Appreciate it. Pete? Can I say it?
Yes.
Wonderful. James?
Yes.
There you go.
Thank you.
so much.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
And Angela. Thank you. Appreciate you. Mohammed. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Sandra? Stay safe. Good. Thank you. Vince?
Yes.
Thank you. We appreciate you. Appreciate you, Monica. Thank you so much. Give your mom a hug for me. Good. Timothy?
Yes.
Do I call you Timothy or Tim?
Tim's fine.
All right. Sounds good. Dina? Thank you. Yes, thank you. Absolutely. Maurice? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. And Maria? Thank you so much for all you do. Steve? Yes. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Gloria? Thank you for all that you do. Kevin? Yes. Thank you. Appreciate it. Christine? Did I say it correct? Wonderful. Spelled it. No? So, and Troy. Thank you. Thank you so much. You? Thank you. Appreciate it, Christopher. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And again, I want to thank all these individuals behind me. They're not all. Many others will be recognized as well. And these bonuses are determined and recommended by people that they work with, their colleagues, their supervisors, and individuals who recognize that they went above and beyond over the last several months to serve the American people and to keep them safe. We're excited about not just investing in our people, but also in investing in the new technologies that TSA needs in order to keep people safe at our security checkpoints. We're so grateful that we had the chance to be here at this innovation lab to announce the over $1 billion that will be invested into security checkpoints and technology and equipment to be deployed in the coming months to keep our travelers safe. And with that, I want to wish you all a very happy Thanksgiving. So with that, I will open it up to any questions you may have.
Secretary,
Yes.
honors years at CPSU. Talk
Yes.
to us about how quickly this will be rolled out and what kind of technology you're talking about. Will it speed up the process here for folks to get through the lines?
Yes, so the new technology will include not only X-ray technology to scan carry-on bags, also checked bags, but also the physical technology that it takes to scan individuals. You've all seen the ATS systems and the scanning technologies. All of those will be implemented, as well as more training into our officers. We're grateful that we have people who are experts at not only taking care of individuals to get them through the equipment and the scanning processes, but also that they help know what to detect, what to look for, what suspicious activity may be, and we recognize that our greatest resource is our people. One of the most effective things that we can do at security checkpoints is deploy K-9 units as well. And so we will be training and facilitating more K-9 units. We've already done that over the last several months 5 to 6 months since I've been secretary and recognizing how valuable that is at our screening checkpoints, but getting more of those deployed will be incredibly important to make sure that we can efficiently screen people and make sure that we keep our travelers safe.
And ahead of the holiday travel season, Secretary Dunphy called for travelers to have civility and manners.
Yes.
What's your message to holiday travelers?
Well, absolutely. I think that is what's wonderful about the holidays is it reminds us what our purpose is and what we're celebrating, and that's loving people and relationships. And we have been focused at TSA on training on hospitality as well, not just facilitating individuals getting through security checkpoints, but how to help people that may be stressed in that type of a situation, people who may be nervous flyers, how we can help them cope with that situation, anyone who may be having a mental health struggle. All of those are situations which our security officers face every single day, is helping individuals feel much more comfortable while we make sure that we're also getting them screened into their flights on time. Yes. I am. The question is about if we're happy with our partnership with the state on immigration enforcement. And we've had great collaboration with the governor, but also with local sheriffs. Nevada has partnered with us in a program called 287G, which is an incredible program that authorizes local law enforcement to go out and to do criminal activity and enforcement that they typically do, but also do immigration enforcement in partnership with our federal agencies. So the fact that all of the individuals and officers across the state are partnering with us to make sure we're getting criminal, violent, illegal aliens off of our streets, brought to justice, and deported out of our country if it's appropriate is incredibly important to the American people. So again, we're focused on the worst of the worst, going after those individuals that have committed crimes against the American people, and local law enforcement in the state of Nevada has been fantastic partners for us. You know, we're always looking for more opportunities to partner with the facilities that are in a local area, in a city or in the state. We have some conversations that are ongoing, but I can't speak directly to details that are being finalized at this time. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, I would tell everyone that America is a country of hospitality. We'd love to have visitors, but they have to come here legally. And if they're coming here to visit, then when they're done visiting, they need to go home. That President Trump has focused on making sure that all of our laws are enforced, that we don't pick and choose who they apply to. We just ensure that every single one of them is applied equally to everyone, no matter who they are. So if you're traveling to the United States, we'd love to have you come. We'd love to show you what makes us so great and makes us the example to the world. But you will follow our laws. And if you are here visiting us temporarily, then you need to go home. Yes. You know, I would say that we recognize that there are constant threats. Every day we have enemies, foreign and domestic, that want to harm the United States. But the Department of Homeland Security is more focused than ever before on ensuring we're meeting those threats head on, and that we are going out and working with local law enforcement and intelligence agencies in a new way to break down the silos of information, to have those communications ahead of time to stop the threats before they come to fruition. So we clearly see that we have the same threats that we've had for many years, but we have seen a growth internationally of terrorist organizations. We've aggressively gone after cartels and FTOs and even gang activity in a new way that ensures that we're addressing them and the threat that they face to the American people, and that we are bringing them to justice. Yes. Mm-hmm.
One is there's been a significant increase in local agencies signing on to it. At the same time, there's also been a significant increase in lawsuits related to that based on state law. I wonder if you can address that.
I think that those, we see litigation across the country. It depends on, we have activist judges in many cases, and many of these cases are dealt with and impact enforcement operations, but we'll continue to do our job and make sure that we're enforcing our law. And I think so many law enforcement officers across the country are just grateful that they finally get to do their jobs. And they're grateful that they have Border Patrol, ICE agents, and federal agents that will come in and deal with the criminal activity that they've had to deal with for many years without any assistance from the administration. President Trump has been very aggressive in making sure he's going after the drugs that are killing our children, after those criminals that are on our streets, perpetuating murder and violence and rape and trafficking. This area specifically, our HSI officers spend a lot of time on investigations going after those trafficking networks. And we're grateful for the partnerships with local law enforcement, which helps us bring more people into justice.
Are there any plans to send further troops to Las Vegas?
I can't speak directly to law enforcement operations that are planned because it jeopardizes the safety of those law enforcement officers. But we will be here. We will continue to be here. It will be sustained, and at times it will surge based on the threats that we see.
Secretary Norman on KTV. Are there any discussions in the administration at the federal level to set aside some funding that could make it so we're not in this position if there is any sort of government shutdown or any funding effects for our TSA agents or ATCs in the future?
We're working on that. We had the opportunity during this last government shutdown to pay our law enforcement officers and to keep paychecks coming their direction. That provision was not in law for our TSA officials. I will continue to be an advocate for that. When many of these areas, we had some opportunities to fund out of the department's other accounts. And so we're trying to figure out what we could do legally in a situation like that. My hope is that we don't let politicians have that kind of leverage over people's everyday lives. The political rhetoric in the Democrat shutdown was devastating for families, and I hope that they don't do that again in the future when we have this discussion at the end of January.
In that same vein, are there any plans to help out, if there's a TSA officers here, is there anything you've done to help out the other departments of officers that are here at the airport or elsewhere around the country?
Yeah, we're continuing to do what we can to help officers, but also to point out those that are continuing to do their job with excellence. All of these individuals that work at TSA are great Americans. And it was amazing to me to see what this airport and what these partnerships did to support individuals during the government shutdown. You saw individuals from this community step up and help them with gift cards, food pantries. You saw people from the county and from the city and the state come in and support them. That was fantastic, but that shouldn't have to happen. We shouldn't allow someone and a Democratic Party come in and shut down our government to get political points on something that keeps money out of people's pockets that they've earned. So we're going to continue to use whatever we can to make sure that people get the opportunity to still collect their wages. And I'll look for all latitude that I have within the Department of Homeland Security to do so.
Last question.
Good. Yep. We'll go here and then here real quick.
Hi, hello. My name is American from Immigration. I just have one question.
Yes.
What is ICE doing to protect pregnant women in detention centers?
Well, everyone that is detained is given full medical care, whatever they would need as far as keeping them safe and healthy until it's time for them to return back home to their home country. If someone's here illegally, they will be detained. What I would like to remind everybody is they also have the opportunity to go home voluntarily. And if individuals are here in this country illegally, we will give them $1,000. We will buy their plane ticket, and they can go home today and then have the opportunity to come back to the United States the right way. If they wait until they are detained, they will be deported, and then they'll never get the chance to come back to this country. Thank you. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Is this the first airport where you
Yes, this airport is a wonderful facility for us to test new technology, and this security checkpoint right here is called our Innovation Center, which means this is where we typically deploy new technologies, new screening processes, new x-ray systems to see as to their efficacy, to how they work as far as detecting new threats or giving us higher rates of detection, and then where we can train individuals as well. So this is one of our premier locations for advancing that kind of investment into our security operations, and we're hoping that we can continue to expand on it. So thank you, everybody. I would just like to encourage everybody to thank someone around you, spend time with them, travel safe, and have a very happy Thanksgiving. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. We have a long time, didn't we? Thank you. Do you all get to go home now, or?